for working. We got sounds. We got the video going out. Let's check. Ba-ba. Alright, we got the video going out. Does it have sound or is it just an ugly blue screen? Alright, sweet. We are good. We are good. In Hawaii's. Alright. So, yesterday, in my infinite sadness of the day, went and bought way too much fucking Warhammer stuff, because that's what I always do. I already had way too much fucking Warhammer stuff on my desk, but I went and bought more, because that's the kind of genius I am, including this adorable little tank. Look at it. Look how cute this tank is. This is the cutest little fucking tank ever. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so cute. I love it. This is the castigtor. It's sort of the main battle tank version of the Rhino. So it's got this big turret on top. Moves all around and stuff. Pretty cool. Side heavy bolters move as well. Front heavy bolter moves as well. I didn't put everything on this. So like these front lights here, I only put one on, and then I put only one smoke launcher on. Just because I like the asymmetric look. I think it looks cooler. Makes the tank a little less busy. Hello! As these tank designs are already a little busy, right? Like they just, by the nature of like having all the filigree and stuff on them, they're kind of busy already. So, you know, I don't put all the details on for them because I think it looks a little nicer. Interesting thing, these, I don't even know what you call them, like smokestacks, vents. You come with both. It comes with both turned off and turned on versions of the pyre. I went with the turned on version just because I think it'll match the other sister tanks a little bit better. But if you don't like those, you can put the turned off versions on it. The reason it comes with the turned on versions is because this tank, as I was showing yesterday, shares a runner with the immolator, and these are from the immolator. So, but I think it looks a little better with the little fire ones on. And when I paint it, it'll give me a nice, because I paint the fires on like this kind of like ghostly green. That's the symbol for ghostly. It's really not. So it gives a nice little bit of contrast to it. So, what have I magnetized on this sucker? I did not magnetize the front gun this time. This is just the standard pegs moving. When I magnetized the front gun last time, there was no point in it, because you can't really pull it out or swap it to anything anyway, so there's really no reason to magnetize it. I did not magnetize this sister on top. She's in there for good. One reason I didn't magnetize her is because there's really no reason to swap her in and out. Like I'm always going to want the gun on top of this. I think it looks way cooler with her. And I can't really have a really good way to magnetize the doors being opened or closed. So I decided just to leave her in there. What I did magnetize is the top turret. You don't need to do this. Hello! But the reason I did it is because it will hold the turret on a little bit tougher, a little bit, you know, a little bit better. I don't have to worry about it falling out just because it's holding with just friction. So, like, I magnetized it because of that. To do that, I basically didn't clip this piece of runner out of the center here and then just glued a magnet straight to it. And then I put my own piece of runner there on that one and glued that straight down as well. So nice and easy for that. The other thing that's magnetized on this is the gun, and we're actually going to magnetize the other gun because I didn't do it last night. So there are two pegs on the inside of this. Normally it looks like this. So there's two holes. I put magnets in those, and then I put holes in these where those pegs were, and put magnets in them. So I'll be able to switch between the cool multi-gun or the big single barrel gun, and that's the one that we're going to magnetize today. But just so you can see it in there, you can see the You can see the magnet right there. It's a little bit of dust from using the super glue. That always happens with super glue. But you can see it right here as well. Might be a little hard to see. Come on. There we go. Might be a little hard to see, but there's... You can probably hear that. That's the magnet right there. So, it just goes in like that. Pop, pop, pop. I don't gotta worry about falling out. So, let's do the other one. Alright. So, our main battle cannon here. First, let's clip off the dongers. Now, where we had the donger, we're going to make a little hole. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be using a 5mm bit for this. And I don't have a good way to drill the 5mm bit in. I have a 5mm drill bit that I use, but I basically use it by hand. So this will give me a little bit to get it started. Make my life a little easier. Alright, here's my 5mm drill bit. And we're going to crank it in there. That's all we're going to do. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. You're so close. Ugh. There we go. Alright, now we're going to make sure that's nice and clean. Make sure I can spin it all the way around. Alright. I'm going to get in there and clean that hole up. So I want to make sure there's no debris in there, otherwise, because the cannon barrel is actually a pretty tight fit. It sits really just like right on the inner line. So I want to make sure there's no debris or anything like that. We're just going to round that edge off a little. So make sure it's nice and clean. And then we're going to do the opposite side. Just like that. This will just let us swap between the two guns. It's really nice they included all these parts so that there's no duplicate parts in the two barrel assemblies. So we didn't have to do anything really crazy with the magnets. Because I was like, man, I'm going to have to like magnetize the barrels and yada yada yada. It's going to be a giant thing. Nope, not at all. Come on. This plastic's pretty thick, so. Shit. I just broke it. Good job, me. Still enough there to hold a magnet. That's all that matters. Alright. That's all our drilling done. Oh. Let's get out our magnets. We're going to put in some of these 5mm magnets here. We're not going to use the skinny ones, we're going to use the big ones. Just to make sure it holds it nice and tight. So these guys here. And we want the polarities to match. So that one's going to go in like that. And this one is going to go in like that. How do you make sure that you're going to keep them in the right way? So we're going to dump crap on the opposite pole, so we know that's not the pole that goes in. So, just like that. So, Alright, let's think this through, because I think I have it backwards. So, the magnet on the inside of the tank is like this. So that means that we just sink it in like that. That should be right. Or do we need to sink it in the opposite way? My brain is being dumb. I apologize. Let's test. Okay. When I did this the first time, I had all the pieces outside of the tank, so it was actually much easier. That is what I would recommend doing if you want to magnetize yours. So let's test, see if it's right. Just snipping off the edges there so the piece goes in and out a little easier. Come on. Come on, there we go. Is that right? Or is it wrong? Let's see. Okay, yep. So we want to put it in like that. So with the piece facing out, that's how we want to do it. All right, sweet. Well, we have our answer there. So let's get our buddy Mr. the Glue out. I'm not going to put glue on the front of this. The reason for that is because I don't want it to accidentally create like a lip or anything, because this is very tight. Getting these barrels in there is super tight. So I'm going to put all the glue on the inside where it can't create a lip and get in the way. Same thing for this one. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to make sure it sits a little concave, as flush as we can make it, because we don't want it to get in the way. Then glue the inside up. And there we go. Now we can swap the battle cans in and out once that's done drying. So, if we want the big gun or we want the little double gun, we can now swap between the two, which is pretty darn sweet. So, the big thing I wanted to do, because it's just a nice little guy, see? The big thing I wanted to do is I wanted to build the other battle rhino that comes in the combat patrol box, because I've got this all these bits and pieces on this runner here to use on it, and I thought it would be fun. So, yeah, thought it would be pretty sweet. Come to me, angry war women. So, this is the big box of angry war women that I showed off yesterday. We did our little unboxing for. There's the rhino. Sadly, this is using the old chassis for the rhino, which is a real shame. I was hoping it would use the bottom of the immolator. Hold on one second. Computer's freaking out. There we go. There we go. We're back. Ba 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 da. Nice. Alright, so back to our box of angry ladies. Ugh. Army in a box. Army in a box. Let's see, this is our upgrade sprue. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute. This is one of the old ass fucking rhino sprues, which is like ancient. I think I said this thing was 16 years old yesterday. That's how old that sprue is. And the rest of our ladies here, they'll just go off camera and I'll clean them up later. Alright. Yeah, I really wish they would have used the emulator body for the rhino instead, because that way they would all match. And the emulator is based on the rhino, so it would make sense. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. We got a tank. That's what we got. Alright. So, in the instructions, it looks like we clip out both sides here. Do that. 2, 3, 4. Go down here. 1, 2, 3. Spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Me right round. So yeah. Today is the Kill Team release day, which has many people excited, and it has me kind of depressed, but whatever. So I super big fan of Kill Team. Kill Team's what got me into this hobby. So I've been watching all the reviews for it and stuff, all the videos. And the core rules are pretty decent. They look pretty fun. Look like nice additions and updates and stuff like that. However, all of the other faction rules are fucking garbage. They're like offensively garbage. Like, because I was going to play Thousand Suns. I was like, alright, I'm finally going to get my Zinch boys together. I'm going to do this right here. Thousand Suns, baby. Let's roll. But the rules are so fucking bad for anything that's not one of the two launch factions. That, like, I legitimately don't know if I can play the game. It's how bad they are. And not like just like, you know, like not competitive. I mean like just uninteresting. Because with Thousand Suns you're going to get a unit, you're going to get 2 units. One, and it can be Zangors or Rubric Marines. And the Rubric Marines get like one option and that's it. And it's like, holy shit, really? And I just, yeah. I don't know. I've been gonna sound so fucking stupid and lame, but I've been stressing over it. And to see it confirmed makes me very disappointed in reality. But it is what it is. I sure I know someone who's bought the compendium so I can get a scan of the Thousand Suns from them. So I sure as fuck don't want to pay $50 for it. That's such bullshit. Especially when I, like... So, I don't know. I've been kind of little GW toxic. This is kind of funny considering I basically just bought a new Sisters Army. Little GW toxic, so I actually picked up a Malifaux starting faction. And I thought just painting something different would do me some good. So I picked up a Malifaux starting section. I have the core rulebook. Core rulebook was like $12. It's a really nice looking book. It's like hardback and everything. Like it was like $12. Like straight up. Like I got it off fucking Amazon. Okay, maybe it was 15. But like, Jesus. And you don't even need that. The fucking rules are online. Anyway. Like, for factions I really like, I don't mind buying a rule book or buying one of like these suckers, because like you get all the art and stuff, you know, you get all the cool pictures and stuff like that. Wow, I opened it up to a perfect page, didn't I? You get all the cool pictures and stuff. I really don't mind buying these. They're even if they're like $40. I don't mind that because like you get to read about the faction, you get all the lore, and you get to look at the pictures and stuff. But like, I really super mind it when that's like the only option you have, when the rules aren't free to begin with. I super hate it. So, but it is what it is. It's GW. Like maybe if you paid the $5 for the app and you got everybody's rules, that would be great. But no, it's not how it works. All right, so that's 13. Oh, that's L3. Okay. Let's go. Let's put one of these in and then we'll do the other one. Alright, so that's the left side. Why would you not just mold this on here, GW? Why would you not just mold this one? Anyway, 15 years ago, I guess putting the treads on yourself made sense. But yeah, anyway, back to the Kill Team Compendium. It looks really, really, really bad. Like just the lack of interesting roles for any faction that's not the Krieg or the Commandos it's horrible. Like it's so horrible. Like there's zero customization and zero variance. So like, alright, so I used to be a game developer, right? Like straight up. It's something I used to do. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. It was a horrible industry to work in, but I can say that, you know, I got a lot out of it. You know, I got what I put into it and I put a lot in. So I got a lot out. However, I can tell you that there is math for like calculating game variance. And when you look at the compendium, that math just is not there. So if you look at just the normal 40k shooting stats, right? You have to shoot, you have to hit, right? You have to wound, they have to dodge it, and then they have to do any kind of ward save that they have. All of those 4 dice rolls, they exist to create variance because there's so many factions and they don't want them to function or be the same. So that math for that variance, it exists entirely for that reason, like 100%, right? And you can get really into the weeds on it and calculate what percentage like having a high initial score versus a high to hit is and all this stuff, right? And I used to do this stuff. But you can get really, really, really deep in the weeds on that. With the new Kill Team box, you literally can't do that. There's so little variation between the factions because they don't have things like specialisms, because you don't have all the weapons, stuff like that, because you have so limited options that are predetermined by the game. You literally do not have that math. Like, it is going to be so fucking samey that it's ridiculous. And the thing is that every faction, like, there literally is going to be just this is the best faction and the best way to run your team. And people will figure that out probably within a week or 2. And that is what it is. Like, that's the game. And it might just flat out be something like you either play Krieg or you play Commandos or you don't play. Because the other ones either can't compete with one of those two, or one of the other ones is just flat out pure numbers wise better. Because there's so little variance, it's going to be very, very easy to figure it out what it is. And honestly, it's probably going to be something like Death Guard, just pure logic. But we won't really get into that. Anyway, so yeah, really, really disappointed in a lot of the stuff I've been hearing about the new Kill Team. So I'm not going to be picking up a box for it. I know they have this, if you pre-order it, you'll get one guarantee thing. But I think I'll be staying away from that. Also because with the Beast Nagas, I was like, there was so much screw up there, and then so much screw up with the Necromunda release. Like last weekend, all I really wanted. So okay, let me take it back. Last weekend, I had to cancel a Learn to Play I was going to because Hawaii's numbers just got too high, and I just wasn't comfortable going and sitting in a game room for 12 hours playing Warhammer. Just flat out, I wasn't. The numbers were just too fucking high. So all I want to do is just open the new Necromunda stuff on stream, right? I was like, all I want to do, just do an unboxing video on stream. I was like, alright, that's what I'm going to do. My only goal. Nowhere on Island has them. I went out to a store that I pre-ordered at, and they couldn't find it. Couldn't find my pre-order, so that's a thing. And then nowhere else on Island had it. Now, this is not a fault of any place on Island. Just flat out, it's not. Except for the place I couldn't find my pre-order. That's a whole other thing. This is not a fault of any place on Island, right? This is a fault of GW sending one to each store, right? So when you only have 3 stores, which, by the way, in a 1-hour driving radius is a fucking shit ton of Warhammer stores usually. When you only have one, that means you don't have a lot of options to get the thing that you want. Let's see. Is that Discord, or is that someone telling me my video is fucked up? Let's see. Discord, okay. So it's very, very frustrating. And I've been very frustrated at GW. So the other night, I basically spent the entire night looking at Malifaux stuff. Like going through the lore and going through the models and stuff like that. And I've got one of their starting boxes coming to give it a go. Just to see how it is, you know. I'm going to put them together. If I like it, I'll turn it into a full team. I'll pick up a second team. If I don't like it, you know, no harm, no foul, right? I've spent like $15 on the book, and one of the factions I think was like, or the faction box was like $40 maybe, and it comes with like basically everything you need to play for one faction. So all the rules are online. There's a team builder I was looking at online, but we're gonna give it a go, see how it is. Got a friend who is interested in trying it out with me. It's pretty darn cool. Might make my husband play a couple games with me so I can learn the rules before I go out into reality with it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think a skirmish game will do me some good. I've been playing lots of big army games. I will admit though, Warcry is still my favorite game. Warcry is probably my favorite game, and AOS is probably my favorite big scale army game these days. Actually, when I bought these ladies, I actually really wanted the the Flesh Eater Quartz box, but my store didn't have it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna want these ladies at some point, so I'll just pick them up now. So yeah. So that's how I expanded my sister's army. Anyway, that's enough of me ranting about my disappointment in Kill Team. Oh shit. There we go. But man, it be real though, for real. My disappointment in Kill Team be real. So I'll keep watching videos, but I'm assuming every video is pretty much going to be the same with what I already concluded. That sounds really horrible. That just sounds like I'm looking for confirmatory evidence. But I'm assuming it's going to be that way. I watched a couple already, and they were like, "Yep, this is how it is," and I'm like, "Cool. I don't like to be right." Like, can I not be right, please? That would be nice. I put this one on backwards. I'm a giant derp. I already have me talking about this. I don't like being right. And then building my tank treads backwards. There we go. There we go. Okay. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. Any errors on it you won't see anyway. Alright. So yeah. That's my Kill Team rant. And I am very much looking forward to my Malifaux box getting here. So he gets here Monday. I picked myself up the Dreamer. Because he had a bunch of cool monster models. And they... I paint a lot of monsters, but like... they're kind of like weird ethereal nightmare monsters, and that's not really normally something I kind of paint. So I thought, at the very least, like even if I don't really get into the game or really anything like that, at the very least I was like, oh, this will be something outside the norm for me to paint. Because, you know, I don't tend to do a lot of like, I don't know, like blends and mixes and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be fun to do them in like really kind of crazy, just crazy blends and like in and out kind of patterning and stuff. Because I don't normally paint like that, I thought it'd be fun. Alright, let's see what we got. And also, you know, they're supposed to be like ethereal kind of dream creatures. Oh, let me I guess I should talk about the background for that. So the Dreamer is like this college age kid, he seems. And basically his whole thing is that like he brings all his nightmares to life. So like all of his team is all huge monsters and like horrible abominations and stuff. Alright, let's see, we need this one, we need that one. We need the one that's like a wall. Is that... no. It is cool if there's detail on the inside. But honestly, like you're never going to see it. I guess this isn't glued, so I guess you could be like, burp, if you really wanted, but I don't know. Okay. Go. And once this is on, we'll look at the we'll look at the size between the two tanks. See how that looks. Someone was mentioning this tank seems really small for the new Primaris, and I was like, yeah, I could see that. I was like, sisters are much smaller than Primaris though, so seems pretty good for them, or at least the emulators and stuff too. So I want to see if it's the same size. Oh shit, I gotta put the door in. Guess you could probably magnetize this door pretty easily, but I don't really see a value in it, so. Alright, so there's the chassis. Okay, so they're the same size. They have the same rough design and styling there too, so that's pretty sweet. Definitely less filigree though. I still kind of wish it would have used the chassis from this, just so it would have had some of that filigree, but not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see. We need to put this here, in there. Put some glue on it. So yeah, pretty disappointed in the new Kill Team stuff. Just a real shame. Because Kill Team used to be my jam. But it's all good. Necromunda is great. 40k is pretty decent. There's a lot of rules bloat issues right now, but pretty decent. And Warcry, God tier, AOS, God tier, so it's all good. We got lots of cool shit to play. Legion, also amazing. Legion is a phenomenal game. Especially if you're really in the mood for Star Wars themed stuff. So, alright, so let's see. Then it gets, what does it get? Get something from this one after that. Okay. And you can put it so the ladder's facing out, or the Inquisitor symbol is facing out, it looks like. I'm probably going to do one of each. I'm going to put a ladder on one side and an Inquisitor symbol on the other. Okay. Alright. There we go. Clean up those nubs. So I'm going to 3D print these tanks bases later today. I have a video movie marathon I'm doing after this, and then after that I will be 3D printing like a madman, because I want to 3D print bases for these two tanks, and I want to 3D print some stuff for Necromunda, like some street lamps and stuff like that, because tomorrow we're playing Necromunda. Because I really want to, and it's been a couple weeks. I really want to play it. I want to break everything out and get the cameras all set up and have a good time with it. We'll probably do the, like, if you get knocked in the sump you take damage thing. But that's really what I want to do tomorrow. I want to get some Necromunda in. There we go. There's our tank. Gonna give it a hold for a minute, see if that works. If it doesn't, I'll have to find a rubber band. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill these gaps a little bit anyway. The gap on these armor plates is a little big. The paint's not gonna fill it, so we'll have to fill that either way. So yeah, even if I hold it like super tight, there's still gonna be a little bit of a gap. So all right, we'll keep going. We got our frontage plate. Oh, I'm all sniffly all of a sudden. Put our frontage plate on. Like that. But yeah, I'm going to 3D print bases for these tanks because I like all my tanks to have bases. Pretty sweet. Let's see. Yeah, so we can put these like that. Or we can put them like that. I think I'm going to do one of each, to be honest. So let's put the big symbol on this side. There we go. Just like that. I guess we could also do that. Have it like down. Meh. It'll hang over the base too much, honestly, if I do that. So there we go. And we'll put this one like that. There we go. So we got one on each side now, just to have a little bit of variation there. It's pretty sweet. Okay, so let's see. What else do we got on this one? Nothing. It's all those pages. Alright. Now we put the big thing on top. And then it looks like pretty much any filigree we want after that point. There's a lot of filigree on here. One of the things that this runner has a lot of is like there's a little rose there. There's a lot of like parchment and stuff. But none of the other tanks have that kind of like parchment and stuff. So I'm going to be not having that on mine. I'm not going to be having the parchment. I don't think it looks very nice. So let's see, where else we're going to need this here as well. But yeah, I'm not going to be running the parchment on mine. Just because the other tanks don't have it. And I think I really want it to match. So there's the back. So my sisters are kind of an armored force now, man. Means I've got 3 tanks for them. I should make them like an Arminger or something to go with them. Although I guess they have all the sisters' battle seats now. Arminger would be fun though. Or maybe make them like a full-size knight to go with them. That would also be pretty sweet. There we go. So yeah, it's a pretty cute little tank. Alright, let me look at this one. Just a lot fancier though. Definitely a pretty cute little tank. Let's see. Now we can put some stuff, some of the filigrees on it. It's got a set of like little dick knockers here. Put those on the front. And I want to do the lady popping out the top with the machine gun because I think that looks cool. There we go. And they want us to put one of these little shrines in the back. We've got one with bones or one with like a weird half lady face. Let's do the one with the bones. The weird half lady face is weird. Do that. Oh, you know what we should do? Since I've done a smoke launcher and a light on each one of these tanks, we should do that on this. We should use this leftover light here to do that as well. So go and get a piece from the castigtor, and then we'll put the smoke launcher on it as well. I think that runner has a smoke launcher, but I want it to match, so. Ow. There we go. Oh, I guess I could have put those doors on. Do those fit? No. Or do they? Hold up, we gotta check this, because if these doors go on, they're going on instead, because they're way cooler. Gotta check. Gotta check. There we go. Alright. I'm sorry, model. I know I shouldn't do this to you, but I need to know. Okay. So it doesn't really fit. Okay. Good to know. Now we know. Now we know. Now it's half the battle. We can put this one back in. There we go. Because if those fit, I would definitely use those. Because they're way cooler. Way cooler. Way cooler. Alright, so what do we got? We got some filigree bits. Let's go ahead and put those on. Fancy this tank up a little bit. Here's the smoke launcher from the castigtor. Alright. We'll let that dry for a second. And then she's got her dick knockers. We get one of those on each spot there. Just like that. Really, these are tow cables or tow hooks that they put little filigree on. They're cool pieces though. One's a little close. Yeah, let's see if let's actually move them in like that. They look nicer being a little further in. There we go. We've got our little dick knockers there. And then she's going to get her light. Just going to go over on the left side like all the other tanks. This is just the light from the castigtor we just clipped off a second ago. Up. Just so she matches a little bit better. And then I get her smoke launcher. Just gonna go right there. Shit. There we go. Just like that. There she goes. So she's got a smoke launcher, she's got a front light. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got the little shrine. Put the little shrine on. And they have that just going back here, which I am more than happy with. So we're gonna move it back a little bit, just like that. All right, it's pretty sweet. Like it. I like it. Let's see what else we got. We've got our lady, which is going to go in the gunner spot. Yeah, we can clip her out. Why not? Boom, 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 boom. I will say a bunch of the stuff on this runner is going to be very useful, like the scrolls and like the books and stuff. It's all going to be very useful, but like putting it on a tank like this feels a little bric-a-brac-y, right? Like it feels a little stuck on. I'm not a mega fan of that. That's because it is stuck on. Yes, I know. But I guess my point there is saying that like it doesn't feel like a cohesive part of the design. It feels like crap you just stuck on as a kit basher, and I don't really like that. So let's see, there's her body. But yeah, so what else was I going to talk about? Talked about my disappointment with Kill Team, why I have some Malifaux stuff coming, and oh, new AOS stuff should hopefully be announced tomorrow. The release date for the codex for AOS should be tomorrow, along with the dragons and the big swamp bird and all that stuff. All that stuff should be announced for release next week, or pre-order next week. Yeah, So fingers crossed that'll all get announced tomorrow. But that's what I have heard through the grapevine. We'll see if it's true or not. All right, we're gonna need these as well. I want to put those pieces of filigree on. But I'm gonna get my nice nippers for those. Oh, I want that. There's a lot of little shields and all kinds of stuff on this runner. There's actually a lot of nice bits here that I probably won't use for this tank, but that are super, super nice to have. Let's see. Alright, let's get the nice nippers. There we go. So I do want to put this filigree on, because all the other tanks have it, so I want them to have it too. But yeah, so that should be pretty sweet. I will probably pick up like 1 or 2 of the Cruel Boys things, and then I'm probably going to ask my husband for one of the big dragons for an anniversary gift. Because that will be coming up next month, and I will try to get my Stormcast Eternals painted by then. There we go. Alright, so that's the filigrees clipped out. What else am I missing? Probably missing a connector for the machine gun. There it is. And I'm probably missing this lady's head as well. There it is right there. There we go. Alright, we got a bunch of bits clipped out. Let's put them together. So, let's do the machine gun first. Actually, it's an automatic rocket launcher. It's not a machine gun. It's a fucking machine gun. Just saying. And put these on too. So yeah, so all this stuff should be announced. It should be pretty sweet. Hopefully this weekend, because that's what I have heard through the grapevine. But we'll have to see tomorrow in the morning. I've also heard that actually like a bunch of stores have been told some of the orc stuff they've got. That's kind of interesting. Or some of the orc stuff that's coming up, like what their allocations for it are going to be, and they're pretty garbage. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that actually wasn't so bad. Oh, yeah. Let's put... I don't like the rocket on the top. I think it looks stupid. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to not use the nice nippers. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put the hole there. Sorry, I can also hopefully then stop punching it. So yeah, so hopefully that'll be tomorrow. Today is just all the Kill Team stuff. I know all of our local stores are pretty much sold out with Kill Team stuff, which defo sucks. But, I mean, it's good for the stores, I guess. I also know a bunch of people are picking up their hex fires and stuff like that today, which is also cool for the stores. It is also Free Comic Book Day, but yeah, too many people in a comic store seems like a bad call for me, even though I'm sure our stores on Island are doing a very good job with it. I will not be going down there for a little while at least because of it. So why it's just gone mental with the number of numbers we have. Wait, why did I put her in there already? Jesus. Oh, my head is all over the place. I tell you, my head, it only, like, my brain only makes sense for, like, maybe 40 minutes. After that, it's just like, you know? Go. So, yeah. So, get some gubbins on this tank. Get her all geared up. Ready to drop off some ladies. I think there will be quite a few battles where this thing's going to get filled with Repentia. We'll just go for it and chop. The last game I played with Sisters, I was a 500 point game, and I took the Sisters leader lady, Morin Val. I took her, my immolator, and 5 battle sisters, right? And that's 500 points right there. An immolator, 5 battle sisters, and Morin Val's 500 points. That's all I took. Immolator drove forward. I think killed one thing and then died. The Battle Sisters got out of the exploding immolator and then were murdered. And then Morin Val proceeded to solo the guy's entire list while I forgot half of her fucking rolls. Like, she could have easily, like, yeah. Because she ended up being on 1 wound. But in truth, she could have easily rocked that guy's list. Because she's just that fucking OP. Which is pretty legit. She was just like out there fucking smashing orcs. It was great. Super, super cool. But alright, so there's our sister in the top. Pretty sweet. See what other... Oh, the filigree. Let's put the filigree on. Where's the filigree on this? Around this. Okay. So, it seems to have the... At least the same design. No, they're not. Okay. Let's look at how the filigree can go. Maybe like that. Not bad. Maybe like that, maybe? I don't know. That's hard. Not super sure how it's supposed to go. Are they all the same design? Yeah, they are. Okay. Looks like you don't want it to hang over too much and like get knocked off. I think that's pretty good looking, honestly. That's pretty good. That's not going to work in the back, though. Yeah. Alright. Go. The tiniest little bit there. And then we will drop this guy here, like that. And wiggle it around. There we go. Yeah, it's not bad. It looks pretty good. A little bit of filigree there. Just realized I left a giant nub on this. Get rid of that. Alright, and then let's see. We got... Right, that one's... Okay, so... Which one's got the little curly? Okay, so that's... Okay, so that's like that, so this goes like this. Like that. Okay. I want to make sure, like, they're not random, you know? But yeah, hopefully they'll announce the new AOS release date stuff. We should be getting a new Battle Tome for Stormcast. Stormcast should be getting troop boxes for the spear people, the sword people, and the bow people. And they should also be getting boxes for the dragons, which is one box, the dragon leader, which is a different box, and then the big dragons, which are one box. So, hopefully all that will get released this weekend. I don't think it'll all be coming out right away. But I think, you know, some of it will definitely be coming out this weekend. What we'll probably see is the Battle Tome and then a couple models to go with it, but not like everything. It's kind of what I'm expecting. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll do that. But yeah, I apologize. I'm kind of running out of steam before we have finished our tank here. Even though my husband bought me a coffee. And a cake pop, because he's the best husband ever. Fucking cake pops are the best thing. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Even if they're $3, they're the fucking best thing that ever existed. But yeah. So, hopefully that'll all get announced. And then for the Aurochs, we have... we'll have the Spear Boys being released separate, so you can actually make Hatchet Boys, which is pretty cool. We will have the Archers being released separate. Also, with the Spear Boys, if you build them, be careful of the new runner, because the new runner is actually going to have a Banner Boy option. So if you buy them to make 2 units of spears, I believe there's 2 banners in the box, build 2 with banners. Because you can trade one from the mono pose if you bought Dominion into that unit and have 2 complete units using Dominion with banners. That's how that should work. So, throwing it out there. Alright, so let's see. We got our filigree on, we got our doors on, we got the little shrine, we got our lady with the gun, we've got the dick knockers, we've got our light, we've got our smoke launcher. Is there anything else we want from these runners? I mean, obviously I'm not going to throw the parts away, but... nothing else here is, like, speaking to me. We have the rocket launcher, but I think the rocket launchers look stupid on these, so I don't tend to run them with the rocket launchers. We have the back here, so I guess that would go there if we wanted to move where the turret is, but I like the turret at the front there. It looks cooler. We've got different doors, and this is the Imperium back. It's a big set of lights. Those are going to be really handy for something in the future as far as kit bash pieces go. Alright, now let's check the other runner. Let's see what we got. We got little symbols, little shields. We've got another rocket launcher if we want it. Piece of filigree. Where's my pointer? Piece of filigree. More little shields. The fuck is that? There's a brazier with candles. That I might actually want to put on there. Alright, I'll see if I can find a spot for that. The brazier with candles. We've got this sword. That's kind of cool, but I don't really see a good, like, could technically put it here, but I just don't think it would look very good. We've got a smoke launcher. We've got oh, this little eye. That's really cool. Let's actually break that out. I like that. We'll use that somewhere on our tank Maru here. There's another little shrine. Lots of these little badges and bits and bobs, and just not feeling them. I would have liked a set of big shrines like that to put on here, but they don't really have anything like that. They're all little shrines. Or more of the filigree would have been nice too. Oh, don't I have a box? I have a box. And I've got this from the castigtor, which is like a little ammo box. We'll find somewhere to put that too. Alright, so let's see. We've got this. It's like a little laser sight. Can we just put it like right there? Does that look cool? Meh, doesn't really. Where the fuck is this supposed to go? It's flat but angled, so I have no idea where the fuck that's supposed to go. Maybe like over here by one of the doors, maybe? But then when you put the door down, you'd be crushing it. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe on this door? Again, if you put the door down, you'd be crushing it. Yeah, I actually have no idea where that's supposed to go. Probably gonna put this somewhere. Put it there. No. Like on top here? Not really. In the front, maybe? No, it's just too much shit on the front. You know what, we'll go ahead, we'll put it on the back. We'll be like, okay. We'll be like, alright, it goes back here. Yeah, it's not bad. That's pretty cool. We can say it lives there. I like that. Just add a little something more. It's a lot of like the little banners and stuff I just don't like. They seem out of place compared to the other tanks, you know. A little bit of stowage isn't bad. It's pretty good. I wish this door was more detailed. Alright, let's check the instructions. Maybe we're missing something cool in the instructions. Oh, this that targeting piece is actually for the missile launcher. That's why it doesn't seem to fit anywhere. Alright, let's see. We're missing anything cool? No, it's just like put the bric-a-brac around. Yeah, okay. Nothing really jumping out at me there. The shame I can't like get those to work. Like if they were a full brazier I could, but they're not, unfortunately. So it doesn't really work, unfortunately. So yeah, so I guess that's our full completed little tank. We got the filigree there and there. We've got our smoke detector. We got our dick knockers. We got our lights. We got our lady with the gun. We've got our little thing here. I'll have to fill these gaps in a little, but I'm going to let it dry first before I do that. And I put this little bit of stowage on just because it's cute. So yeah, I guess that's our standard carrier tank. And then with the castigtor, they're same size, very clearly based on the same thing. That's pretty cool. So I'll be able to have like a whole like motorcade of dudes. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then I'll have the immolator up in the front. And I'll just deploy like a motorcade on the battlefield. That's pretty cool. Very thematic. I like that a lot. Yeah. So sweet. So I guess that's it for building tanks. I think I'm gonna call it there. Then we get into building the ladies, and I don't really want to build the ladies right now. I would rather save them for when I'm in the mood to build ladies. But I think I'm going to call it there and get some lunch before I start my movie marathon. So I will call it there, and tomorrow I will be back to build or to play Necromunda, which will be very fun because I've been very excited, and we will probably try out some new teams and stuff. Hey, it'll be a good time. Anyway, I'm off. Thank you for watching. Hopefully